Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're going to do a gunsling, and I don't have the hardware for it yet. I need 2 sets and I only got one coming, so I'm not going to be able to do both of these right now until I can get some more money coming in. But anyway, I'm going to pan you guys down here and show you what I got going on. I started off with a bunch of basics that I had. I had some real long ones of these that I'll show you. So what we got here is a couple straps, and I'm hoping these will be able to cut down, or they'll squeeze into the eyes of the swivels, I hope. Otherwise I've messed up. Might have to get a wider one of these to use. But anyway, I found these pieces right here that was this long, and I just cut enough off of it and used this one as a pattern as to how long I wanted to make those. So I just cut that much of it out of it. Now later I can use these two, melt this stuff here. Once you cut it, it's like canvas kind of stuff, and that'll melt, and you just take your lighter and just melt it a little bit, and then rub it down real smooth, and you're just forming it so it won't come apart no more. Same thing with this. You know, I've got a piece here that can go over an inch wide piece of canvas for like a cheaper sling. Alright, well I got 2 of those. I can use those for something. You know, maybe just put 2 adjustable ones on it, and if you want them together, you put them together, and if you want them apart, don't know why you'd want to do that. The only important place is your shoulder anyway. So I had 2 of those, and I had an old belt that just happened to be the same length, and all it needs is the hardware. I've got some leather. Now these are adjustable. Yeah, you can adjust them up and down, or we can make it stationary. So you don't want to make it stationary until you've tested it, you got your hardware on it, got it on the gun, test where you want it. Then you could just take and do something fancy on it to hold this in place. You know, get an old keychain out of leather, it's got a deer on it. Take that pop rivet out of it, or that brass rivet, and hell, just unfold that and put your 2 screws through here and through this one that's going to fold out, and that would give that a nice little bling, make it look more expensive. Or you can just leave it the way it is. You know, the sky's the limit. They'll probably never be the same. None of my slings will ever be the same. Alright, you can leave that black. Or, since you already have canvas and leather in this one, then, you know, maybe you can just put a screw, 3 brass screws, and give it a brass look. Then you can take the leather and add to this somewhere. Same thing as the other one. you can pick and choose wherever you want to put it. And you probably want it to where it's right at your breast, so that it's facing forward. So wherever you keep your sling, that's where you'd put that. But I was thinking of something else here a while ago, and that's what made me do this video, was this leather that Chris sent me. I'm still chewing on this here piece of leather, man. I'm trying to make it last as long as I possibly can. So what I was thinking about doing was cutting me a piece from here to here, and then take and cut a strip of this the same width as this piece right here, the strap, as long as this. Probably a little longer, because what I'm thinking about doing is probably going to make it shorter as I go. So what I want to do, I want to cut me a piece that's probably about that length, and give yourself about 2 inches on each side. So, because you don't know what you're going to do yet. So in order to get a piece out of this and make this work as far as we can make it, I'm going to try to position a hole, a pretty decent hole, but I don't see that going to happen. So, well, if these would have been up here somewhere, I probably could have lined a hole, one of these rips, up to one of these open areas so that the black would shine through it. That would be cool as shit. And I might still be able to do that. Let's see here. Now, let's just go with the straight piece. I need a whole piece. So, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna get the maximum amount, because I can't get it from here. And I want the vein to go in long ways. So, I was wanting to keep this piece here, because that looks like something I could wrap a stock with, all the way down here. So I'd like to try to get this piece out of this area right here. That gives me a big enough chunk here to work with something else. I think we're going to maximize our space right here. So let me get a straight edge. Alright, so now we're going to mark that right there. We're going to try to make it just a little wider and see how that works. Maybe about 1/8 inch wider. Alright, now we don't want to use any marker or anything like that, because the lead, you just want to lightly touch it. And I probably wouldn't even have needed to do this. I probably only needed to have scribed it with the scissors here. Alright. Then, see, we've got an outline. So now we'll come up here and mark this piece. And we're going to see how the scissors do on this one. See there? Worked just fine. So now, go ahead and cut this and try to be as straight as possible. Now, what I planned on doing, and we can do this one of two ways. We're going to try to run this through exactly the same as this and see how it looks with just 3 leather pieces, if we can get this thing through there. Well, I'll tell you what, let's see what it looks like with fringes. Yeah, we just leave it like that right there. Put us a screw right there. And put us a screw right there. Hold them 2 together, because this piece here never needs to be more than 2 inches away from the end anyway, so it's always going to be on your shoulder no matter what. So I think that'll work just fine, and it's adjustable. The worst part is I'm going to have to take something apart here and re-sew, and I'm not going to be looking forward to that. I'm going to have to take this apart just so I can get the hardware on this, and I'm hoping it's not going to be squeezing it too awfully bad. I hope that when it does squeeze it together to make an inch, that I can at least make it bubble in the right places and make it look cool. Because I don't really think you can cut the sides out of this and melt it. It would make it weaker, and I really don't want to make it weaker, so we're going to try to make sure we can make this work, because I'm going to use screws, leather bolts, and we're going to leather bolt that and just kind of round the edges off here and melt them down. Just melt that down a little bit once you've got your rivet in it. Alright, and I may, let's see here, I may just cut that right there and make this longer and put a screw here and 2 screws right here. That way it can always come apart later on down the road. So we'll change that. That won't be sewed, that'll be riveted. So now I'm waiting for my hardware for both of them. Now this one will work fine because this is an inch belt. At least I think it is. And it's adjustable. And it's going to be adjustable with the screws with several holes. So we're going to make several holes along here to make different adjustments. Space them at the same exact distance apart. But anyway, there we got it. Your favorite Bison channel. Making a gun strap. I think that looks pretty cool. Be holding it there like that, man, you'd be the envy of your woods. Everybody be trying to rob you in the woods. Got to have them a Bison gun strap. Anyway, I think that looks pretty good, just like that. So, anyway, it'd be nice if this one was a little longer. This one I got from Crafted, actually. This actually fits me now. Man, I have lost a lot of freaking weight, man. So this actually fits me, so I'm almost not wanting to use it. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Later. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.